Hi guys, I hope all of you are doing well. This is your Nifty Guy. Welcome to today's episode of Decoding Nifty with me. This is a series where we analyze and decode Nifty on multiple time frames, simultaneously creating a trading plan for the next day so that we can trade with much more confidence and clarity. And having a plan definitely gives us an edge in the market, and that is what we strive to do. In case if you guys like the way I put out the daily Nifty trade plan along with explaining key price action principles and the setups that I personally use, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your trading friends and community, as well as put down anything that you might have to say in the comments box. On that note, we'll start with today's video. We'll first discuss about what we had planned for today versus what happened in the markets, what trades did we take, what were the entry triggers, what was the SL, initial SL, trailing SL, and we'll detail everything, basically the breakdown of the entire trade that was taken. And then we'll come to the second part of the video, which is creating the trading plan for tomorrow. Now, today's video will be very, very important because there are a lot of important price action concepts that I will be covering in while we are analyzing today's trade as well as planning the trade for tomorrow. So make sure that you watch the video till the end and you are paying close attention to it, right? So for today, what we had discussed, so we had, if we just zoom out on a higher time frame, so these were the levels that we had planned. So these are nothing but daily fib support from 19th June low, from various swings that we had captured from 13th June low. And this was the daily fib resistance from this particular top till this low, which was there, right? So these are not random levels, and definitely even in if such a weak market, I had told you guys to look for a buying opportunity around here. If you go and watch my video, or even if you go and see the post that I had put up on X or on Instagram, I had clearly drawn a double bottom formation around here, that this is the place where you can look for a buying trade. And if you see today, markets opened almost flattish. I believe it is a minor gap up. Uh, Gave us a closing below the day's low. Now, in case if we around here, if we would have gotten a small pullback, we could have traded a continuation trade. That was also a part of our plan, but that did not happen, and we immediately came down around these levels. Now, this was the first trade of the day quite early in the morning, wherein if you look closely from the high, we came down, went up, came, this was the low which was created, and again it went up, right? So this was the clear double bottom formation around here, and this particular formation of double bottom. So there are multiple ways in which a double bottom can form, wherein the two bottoms can be equal. Uh, it can be like this, or it can even be like this. Now, I am planning a separate video on explaining which type of double bottoms are much more probable and how to identify them. But this is one of the high probable setups which are there. Number one, we are near our support area, right? This is from the very, very, so this is from the very low 13th of July, I believe, the last swing that was made. Yeah, 13th of June, sorry. 13th June low, right? So this is the entire up move, the 0.5 to 0.618 retracement, a very strong support zone. Say, for example, we had not planned for this particular trade, and would you randomly look at creating a long, even if a double bottom is being formed on the charts? Absolutely not, right? You need to buy the strength and sell the weakness, and that is what we try to look around here. The probability of this trade working in our favor is much more higher because we have just tapped into a support zone, right? So this is exactly what happened. Markets came down here, went up, gave us a nice double bottom with liquidity hunt around here. I'll be covering this particular concept of liquidity hunt along with the types of double bottom or how to trade reversals in a separate video. That is what I'm planning. But for now, try to understand this is where our entry was. And as you can see, we got a very good scalp trade in the morning. And as I had clearly mentioned, the tone is more on the bearish side right now because on the daily time frame, we have formed a double top kind of a form. We've already broken down below it, got a follow through as well. So any trade on the long side, we will be taking with lower quantities as well as we'll look at booking the trade quite quickly, right? And that is exactly what happened. This was the first trade of the day wherein a good scalp on the upside was caught. Now, this high remains of very high importance for us throughout today's trading journey, because if the market was completely as all reversing after tapping this particular zone, we needed to cross this particular high. But before we could do this, market formed a double top around here. If you look, markets went up, came down, went up again, came down here. This, sorry. So this around here was a clear cut short entry with this particular low being taken out after the pullback. Trade was taken, which again led to day's bottom. But then again, this was booked out around here because of the RSI divergence. And throughout the day, we could see RSI divergence today. Market was making new lows, but RSI was making new highs, not just in 5 minutes, but also on a 15 minutes time frame. And that will lead us to our third trade of the day. So in total, I took three trades today. One was this long, then this short around here, and then I had participated in this particular move. And I'll be explaining this particular trade as well in a short while. Just be with me. Now, we got out of this short trade around here when the market went into sideways. I believe I got out around here. The market went into a complete sideways range, and the RSI divergence was confirmed, and that is the reason I exited from the short trade. As I told you, you can use RSI for two ways. One is in case if you are in a trade and you see opposite side of divergence on the RSI, you can look at exiting your trades, or else we can look at reversal trade. So the entire undertone was bearish, and again around here, once we saw that RSI was completely and every time making a good divergence, every time market made a new high, RSI made a new low, RSI was making a new higher low as compared to the previous lows, which is a sign of that the sellers are getting weak. And also, if you look at price action, as I tell you guys to talk to the market, try to read what is exactly happening, you could see these strong wicks which are coming in, indicating buying pressure. And it is not so clearly visible around here, but if you look at uh, the price on the option premium charts, it was a clear head and shoulder pattern which was forming. Inverse head and shoulder pattern on the call charts, and head and shoulder pattern on the put chart. So as you guys know, I always have the in the money call and put charts always planted on a separate screen that I have, and I keep a very close eye on what exactly is happening on both those charts. So this was implying a move which was about to come on the upside. Uh, Around here, after this particular high was breached in option chart, not really specifically here, but because today the VIX was on the higher end, the market, even though market had not given a very good close above the previous swing high or the breakout of this particular head and inverse head and shoulder, on the option chart of the call, we did get that breakout, and this particular was a very good pullback. And as soon as this particular high was taken out, the entry was there, again done in lower quantities compared to our current trades. And as I always tell you guys, when you get a move like this, which is a parabolic move, whenever you get a move like this, make sure to exit the trades as soon as you can, as soon as you see a little bit of move also fading. So uh, after these two big green candles, I exited somewhere around here when this candle was around here, but eventually it came all the way down, and so you would have lost a lot of profits if you would not have booked around the highs, right? So the parabolic moves which come, they are followed by equally opposite side move which definitely comes in. So once you are in once you get a trade wherein you get a move which is which has given a good amount of profit in a very short amount of time, good amount of profit as in the number of points that you get, you don't have to stay invested in that trade for a very long period of time. Make sure to have a very quick exit. So this was the entire three trades that I had taken, and I hope it is in total summing out about how I look at or read markets, and how definitely having a trade plan uh, in advance helps us in having that high conviction in the trades that we take. Otherwise, I don't think anybody would be. You are below previous day's low. You have got two big red candles, and why would you want to go long around here? Absolutely not. Until unless you already have a plan, that is something which would make sense, right? So that is where I always tell you guys, plan your trades and then trade your plan. So this was it about today's trading. Now, if we have to plan for tomorrow, again, we'll come at the daily chart. Now, today's daily chart is definitely a negative red candle, but then again, I look at it as some sort of buying pressure which is coming in from the daily support of the fib levels. Now, this particular level will be changing for us. So earlier, this fib was as per this particular low, but today, since market has made a new low, so we will be adjusting this fib level. All right, we don't need this particular fib level anymore. So, and we will be deleting this particular line. Now try to understand after this particular fall, market is trying to move back up by forming a low around here. This low again becomes a high importance low for us. Anything below this, we are short. Below this particular low, we are definitely short. Don't get confused between these two trade plans. Above this, whenever, not tomorrow, not necessarily tomorrow, I'll just delete this. But above this, we will look at a long trade. Once we are coming and approaching these levels from the downside, this is where I will try to look for a trade on the short side. So, short trade around here, uh, above this particular high, we can also initiate a long trade. There is definitely a chance of after above today's high, right? And I will suggest not to take any trade in this particular region because this will be a no trading zone as per me. And if we are to again come down around these levels in case of any positive price action, again, this is a higher time frame, a daily time frame from the last major swing to the last major upswing. This is a very important zone for us. So anywhere around here, if we again look, if we get a buying opportunity, we will definitely be participating in that. But otherwise, apart from that, this is the simple plan that we will be focusing on. These were drawn on higher time frames, but I'm just adjusting them so that, sorry. So in short, I believe the trading plan would be very, very simple and extremely uh, we have to keep it simple and we have to keep the quantities low for now. Okay. We have to wait from the side track and see what exactly is the market planning. Is that we are planning to reverse from here or we are planning to go down further from here? So as and when price action will confirm to us, we will be trading for a longer period of time. But as of now, stick to intraday scalps. Be quick to take your profits. Be quick to take your stop losses and trail your positions tightly is all I can say. And definitely do not forget to follow or like, subscribe, and comment on this particular channel because this is where a lot of value will be added to your trading. And in case if you want to revisit what we had discussed for today's trading day, you can go and watch the last video. The idea about what and how these trades were taken will be much more clearer for you guys. So yeah, that's it. This is it from my side for today. I will see you guys again tomorrow post the market. This is the time to be staying safe and playing it extremely safe right now. With the news of again, yeah, I wanted to speak about it. So just give me 2 more minutes. With the news of Jane Street, again, I do not know if this is how correct is the piece of information, but there was a news which was around in the market during the day because of which BSE again went up around 4 odd percent. Was that Jane Street had deposited the 4,000 around 4,500 CR of caution money in the account, and now they are again free to trade in the Indian markets. So once they start again their trading activities, how would they reflect in the market and what manipulations would be there. Again, that is something that we will be seeing. But again, these are news and these are impacts, and these are something which is beyond our control, and we cannot do anything about them. But what we can do is we can keep a eye on the price, because whatever action they are doing, that will ultimately be reflecting in the price. Even if it's Jane Street, it is another entity, whatever it is, another person with deep pockets, whatever activity they would be doing, ultimately it will all be reflecting in the price. And if you are able to read that particular thing, I believe you would be ending up making good trades, right? And not getting trapped on the wrong side of Jane Street. So yes, that's it from my side for today, and I will see you guys again tomorrow post the market. Once again, do not forget to like, share, or subscribe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and cheers.